I'd now like to illustrate how you add a P2 to a glider flight and also point out a couple of things on the way. You'll see I've got a glider already sitting on the grid, CCE, with Mark Rushton as the instructor. We've decided which P2 we're going to have now, so I just select the flight by clicking on CCE. P2 will be, let us say, Mike Taylor, for argument's sake. At this point, I'd like to point out how the paying side of things works. So far, when we've had a P1, it's always been the P1 that has paid. Now I've added a P2. P2 will be the default payer. If, however, I want to override that, I can enter a field I can enter into the who is paying field another person's name. In actual fact, Mark is treating me to a flight here, which is very nice of him. So I've now got Mark Rushton as the payer. One thing I'd like to point out here is that when you select the glider, you'll see here there's the glider field. You have to be very careful that when you select glider, you don't accidentally click the free flight time checkbox just below it. So you'll see that because it will appear as a big green band in the flight later on saying free flight, so you can always go back and correct it, so that's not a problem. Okay, so takeoff time is now, and off they go. Glider CC is in the air with Mark Rushton and Mike Taylor, and the payer is Mark Rushton. Okay, it's as simple as that, but do bear in mind this is really how to put a P2 when the P2 is a member of the gliding club and is not an air experienced pilot, a reciprocal pilot, a friend or family, or someone on a course. That is entered slightly differently, and we'll cover that later on in the series.